Welcome back, people of the underground, hobbits, in a sense, and in another sense, very much not hobbits. I believe hobbits only inhabit Middle-earth, and this is definitely under-earth, if that's a place or a thing that can happen. Anyway, I've started the episode on cycle 447, right down here in the sort of bottom, what is this, the bottom right of the sort of the base. I mean, it's still technically external to the main infrastructure, but it's about as close as you can possibly get to being in the base, but not being actually in the base. The point is that I think in the last episode I mentioned the fact that we now have a molten larva egg, which is just the greatest news in the world. It's so fantastic, and I'm delighted that it's finally happened. At long last, we finally managed to get the slicksters up to the appropriate temperature, and we managed to get the egg that we want, which means that we should be able to get petroleum with relative ease now. And goodness knows we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it in this episode. This episode, of course, is going to be this is going to be the episode where we might run out of power, either through the petroleum reserves being fully depleted, or indeed, well, the natural gas reserves, which are already depleted. So, in this episode, we have a couple of objectives. First things first, I want to expand this room right here. I want to open it up and sort of extend the storage area across a little bit. In fact, I'll do that right now. The primary reason for doing this, there we go. I think that's fine. Let's get that deconstructed. And you know what? I'll just set all of these blocks to be deconstructed as well. And yeah, after that, in fact, you know what? No, I'm gonna make sure that all of these blocks are in place before that is sorted, because I don't want to waste any of this crude oil. The point that I'm trying to make is that I'm actually going to open up this block right here. I'm going to deconstruct this tile right here so that all of our crude oil, all of the petroleum that we're going to accumulate in this room, can be pumped out with a single pump. And that is, well, for two reasons. First of all, we don't need two pumps pumping what is in effect the same resource. We've already got a very, very complex sorting system in here. We can't sort for petroleum quite yet, although it's going to be fairly easy for us just to convert this into petroleum and then excrete any other resource. So, I mean, that's going to be fine. The only thing that we should realistically be pumping up from down in the depths anyway is water, petroleum, and oil. And this sorts for water anyway. We already filter out the water, so in a sense, that test that we were applying right over here has become a little bit redundant. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to sort this to test for petroleum, and then we can just pump petroleum straight into the storage tanks right over here. So that's the plan anyway. It should be relatively easy. The second reason for sticking in a pump, other than, of course, saving resources, is that I want to make the pump out of steel. That's right. We're finally to a place where we can start, well, not consistently manufacturing stuff out of steel, but we need it, right? We need to make stuff out of steel. The overheat temperature is plus 200 as opposed to the other resources, which are, I think, at max, yeah, plus 50 degrees Celsius. So 125 degrees Celsius melting point just isn't going to cut it. It just isn't going to cut it. So we're going to need to deploy the real deal here. Same with the mini liquid pump. That's just not going to cut it. Ever since I removed the insulated tiles from right over here, it's just not been good enough. So we're going to get this all in place right now. Connect that up. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up an incubator to be made right over here, because I would very, very much like to manufacture some more slicksters, some petroleum slicksters. Also, all of these guys are currently feeling cramped, and I don't want to impinge upon their reproductive side. I absolutely want to make sure that they're popping out as many eggs as they possibly can. So that's what we're going to try and do. Yes, this is all, as I've already spoken to at length, and a real attempt to try and make sure that we don't run out of power. Because if we do run out of power, then, I mean, things just get more difficult, don't they? It just becomes chaos, and it becomes a nightmare. This circuit is currently inactive. Sure, just do that. Grand. Right. Get all of that in place. And then we'll get that moved out soon. That's all unreachable. I should have thought about that before. What we're going to do, we'll just do that. And we'll put that up to priority 9 so someone can go and dig that out. Cool. Anyway, in the last episode, we managed rather successfully to get a few bits and bobs sorted up in space. This area is still questionable. It's not going super well. We need more power in order to make it work. We're close, but not quite there. This area is up and running fully. We should be continuing with the venting process, and in fact, we will be continuing with the venting process as soon as we find a use for this oxygen. All right, enable the auto repair on this. What's the temperature in here? Very, very, very hot. Right. In fact, this entire room is very, very hot. I can only make it so cold. Okay, this is going to be a work in progress to try and get this area cooled down. Anyway, the good news is that we've got a whole bunch of oxygen that we can now use. Let's open up the star map, do a little bit of star mapping. It's already on priority 9, so maybe we'll get someone to come and do something over here. What is the temperature of this polluted oxygen? 27 degrees Celsius, and it's heating up. I mean, we are going to be taking resources out of here. It's just going to be very, very slow. I tell you what, I don't want any natural gas getting up in here. How have we managed to get some natural gas in here? 6.8 kilograms of natural gas. I mean, that is irritating that we've managed to store it in here. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. Bit of a bummer. How have we gotten it? Just pumped it up from out of here. I mean, honestly, that's kind of okay, I guess. It's not necessarily a huge problem. Yeah. What I would like to do, actually, is I will connect that up right there, and then deconstruct that bit right there. And then I'm going to put that on quite a high priority. So it means that before it goes up the spout, for want of a better term, it's going to at least get tested. It's going to be put through our filtration system, which is, well, fairly comprehensive, really. Speaking of fairly comprehensive, it ain't fairly comprehensive if it ain't working. And it looks like, at the moment, it ain't working. It ain't working because this entire circuit is powered with a very, very old, I say very old, it's actually quite new, a reasonably new natural gas generator. What the heck? Okay, deconstruct that right there. Okay, we are still getting a bit of natural gas, but my goodness gracious me, it's very, very, very minimal. Okay, I mean, is there any more natural gas sort of coming through the pipeline? Not really, to be honest. Right, well, that doesn't fill me with a great degree of confidence, I must say. Yeah. Very, very irritating. Okay, let's get a molten egg. Sure. Let's bump this up. Bump this priority up. I need to get this. That's max. We're still at max gas pressure over here. Really? We're still pumping carbon dioxide out of this room at just about the quickest pace that we can possibly manage. And still, we're at max gas pressure. Wowzers. Okay, I think we need to try and bring this gas pump online as well. Okay, I think there is a way that we can do this. At the moment, this gas pump is just hooked up to head into here. I don't think that is necessarily a problem. Let's just change that to carbon dioxide. So if you do get carbon dioxide, then you should work. And indeed you do. Why is this not working? Pipe blocked. Why are we not moving gases through here? It's because we ain't got no power. Governor, it's because we ain't got no power. Right. I mean, is my best hope in heck just getting this massive power cable up and running? I'm really not convinced that it is, but I'm willing to place a bet on it. I'm willing to place a bet on it. It's the only thing that can really work. It's the only thing that can work. In saying that, in saying that, that ends up there. I mean, what if I was just to divert this cable and stick it into... What's the max capacity on this here? The potential load is 1,800. Could I just connect... Could I just connect this up? Yeah. If I just connect that up, will that work a little bit better? Alright. We'll see if that makes any difference. If I cancel that there, I don't even need to build it. I just need to connect the wire up. Okay, so let's see if we can power this entire network with a steam generator. I don't know if that's going to work. It's going to take a long time to build that very, very, very long bit of wire. But if it does work, then it will be great. Very much looking forward to that. Okay, that's all properly prioritized at priority 8. That's looking good. Yeah, I mean, is there any other way that we can perhaps try and relieve some of the gas pressure in this room? I mean, I could open the door. 7.8 kilograms over there. I don't want to open that door, of course. Otherwise, I'm going to let the slicksters in. I could open this door over here. That's fine. Let's put that up to priority 9, as this is a pretty important bit of infrastructure over here. I mean, we're trying to make this work. But boy, oh boy, it's something. It's something. Alright, at least we should be able to move the egg out reasonably quickly. Bump that up to priority 8. And let's move the egg to the incubator. Lickety split, please. I at least want to try and get a few more molten larva eggs out of these peeps. Even some regular eggs, that would be kind of cool. Fine with that. Right. Mop that. Priority 9, please. Because we can't get any carbon dioxide out of the room if there is a liquid seal. But that's okay. We're on it. We're on it. Right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The fun never ends, does it? The fun just never ends. There is always something more to be doing. I'll take some curative tablets. Sure. Whatever. And it looks like we are indeed building a big long cable all the way down to where it needs to be. Cool. Yeah, because without that sort of power network, without that little power network, we're in a little bit of a problem zone. Okay, this manual generator absolutely has no reason to still pump. It does connect up to the pipe, but connect up to the pipe, connect up to the pump. I'm not really that bothered about it. That's all fine. And whatever the problems are, they can wait for now. Okay, disabling the auto repair on this building, because this building is almost the bane of my life, really, and it's not really helping. Does look like things have cooled down a little bit, though, so maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Telescope idle. Oh! We've done the asteroid. Alright, well, we'll set that up to be analyzed next. But the telescope is about to break down again, so don't really have to worry about that at all. Cool, and then we can just sort of head towards this steam engine actually working properly. I didn't think that I would ever really rely on the steam engine, but there we go. Alright, carbon dioxide should be flooding out of this room very, very quickly. What is the maximum gas pressure that this thing can operate at? It doesn't say. High ambient gas pressure. I mean, I get that there is a high ambient gas pressure. It's very astute observation there, video game. I mean, it is exiting. We are getting rid of some of that gas pressure, which is quite nice. It's something at least, right? Pipe's still blocked over there. We are slowly but surely, presumably, running out of petroleum, but not very fast. We're not actually consuming a huge amount of electricity in order to run all of the sort of stuff over here. We need to get this circuit back up online before sort of we can run the other stuff. And we have no idea what the status of this geyser is. Okay, well that's cool too. not going to worry too much about that. Got a little bit of natural gas over here. I'm not going to complain too much about that natural gas being in there. And how was the temperature of this water over here? It did increase fairly substantially, and it still looks like it's increasing a little bit. But for the most part, I think we're going to start to see that temperature leveling off very, very soon. Yeah. Okay, so I think I can live with the slight increase in temperature over here. I don't think it's going to be fatal. I think it'll be absolutely fine. And I don't think that we'll have any issues. Okay, let's start queuing this up for deconstruction. There we go. No rush to get that done. I'd much rather get all of the important stuff done. These guys are all, yep, they're back to 100% reproductivity. 100% reproductivity? Is that a thing that can happen? Sure. Let's also deconstruct that. I'll put that up to priority 7. Not really a huge... In fact, actually, no, I won't do that because this deconstruction could still cause me some nonsense. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Yeah, this deconstruction could still cause me a little bit of nonsense. Mining up this phosphorite could still be a bit of a problem, but that's a-okay. Max gas pressure still? Does it need to be under 10 kilograms or something? Alright. This is quite a high priority mopping job, apparently. But it's not actually that much water on the floor. But if it needs to get done, it needs to get done. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I cannot believe that we've actually hit the maximum gas pressure in this room. That is quite remarkable. Quite remarkable indeed. Okay. The other option that we have is rather than having all of this stuff on one sort of separate network, we could all link it up to this convoluted network over here. I mean, the potential load on this conductive wire over here is not very much. So we could just link the two networks up. I don't think that would be a good idea. In fact, I'm almost certain that it would be a bad idea. Yeah. Our oxygen production is straight up going to become a problem. Yep. Our oxygen production is going to straight up become a problem in a bit if we don't get this network up and running again. Otherwise, the testing is going to become too difficult. So we need to get that done quickly. Quickly, please. Right, how's the cable coming along? Cable's coming along very, very, very well. Right. How much have we got? How much? Where's the... Why is this not working? What's the issue? Turbine too hot. What? Turbine must be below 100 degrees Celsius to properly process steam into water. Oh, you're kidding me. Video game. Why would you... I didn't even realize that the turbine had to be below a certain specific temperature. Right, well that presents a little bit of a conundrum. That does indeed present a little bit of a conundrum. I mean, there is a way that we can probably make that happen. Oh, but not without great difficulty, that's for sure. I mean, we can perhaps pump some cold water through there. Oh boy. I mean, that seems like a heck of a lot of effort for something which I thought was not going to really be a problem. Alright, turns out we need to make the steam turbine colder. I mean, that is one solution to our problem. The other solution to our problem is that we just start making a whole bunch of natural gas. And I think I favor the idea of making a whole bunch more natural gas. So, you know what? I'm going to set up a brand new oil refinery in this exact location over here. The plastic thingamabobber, the polymer press is already paused at the moment. So what we really need to do is we need to start making some more oxygen. What's the max gas pressure? I still have absolutely zero idea of what the max gas pressure actually is. We need to find some way to suck up our carbon dioxide way quicker. Yeah. Okay, so what I think we're going to do, is I'm going to take the potentially dangerous step of putting this stuff on this network. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that over there. Yep. Right? Going to cancel the construction of that. Now I'm almost certain that we're going to have a little bit of sort of network overload. Yeah, current load is probably going to shoot past 1,000, and when it does, we're going to start having problems with this thin wire over here. But it does at least mean that the pump system can function for a while. It means that the oxygen system can function for a while, and that is pretty darn good. Yeah, but it's not a sustainable solution, and we're gonna need to get all of this wire updated, I would suspect. But it's something at least. It's something. Right, we've got some building entombment going on. Let me just cue this to be dug up. In fact, it already is indeed queued to be dug up. There we go. And let's also queue this to be dug up as well. There we go. Wonderful. What are we doing over here? 100 and something degrees Celsius. It's still ludicrously hot, but that's okay. We should be cooling things down nicely. Wonderful. And we've got a whole bunch more carbon dioxide to pump out of the base, to pump out of the system. Yeah, we got a lot of carbon dioxide. Got a lot of carbon dioxide to put away. Okay, natural gas. This needs to be reconstructed. Gas pipe. Yep, deconstruct that. Priority 9. And then reconnect this up. There we go. And I'm going to put that up to priority 9 as well to ensure that we have, well, to ensure that we have a speedy construction of that specific pipe so that things don't start to fall apart too much. Right. We're now under 10 kilograms of gas pressure in this area, and still that is too much. That is still too much. That is a real problem. That is a real problem. The good news is that we're going to get another oil refinery in here anyway. Yeah, that is the good news. Right? Bish bash bosh. Bish bash bosh. There we go. There we go. That's very cool indeed. Happy with that. However, that doesn't sort of solve our carbon density issues. My sort of thought process is maybe we just let the carbon out over here. Yeah, so if I want to deconstruct all of those walls, that would probably be a good idea. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, so that should relieve some of the gas pressure in this exact room right over here. That's the thought process anyway. We still need to find something for... the carbon dioxide to do, because apparently feeding it to these slicksters just isn't quick enough. It's just not working as fast as I want it to. So, that's cool. Let's test for polluted oxygen in this, and then that way we can start pumping some more stuff out of here. There we go. Cool. And then we can revert to carbon dioxide, and we can continue to pump carbon dioxide out of here. Right. What network are we on for this? Oh boy, this is going to be another issue over here that we're going to have. But you know what? I'm going to connect up with the old wire for now, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to need to upgrade that wire in time. Right. Switch back over to carbon dioxide right over here. There we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Slowly but surely, we're getting all of the nasty resources out that we don't care about, and we're getting the resources that we do care about in. Okay. Every so often, the natural gas generator should pick up, should start to work. Not very much, but at least it will work. Something at least, right? Still at max gas pressure in here, even though we're at whatever it is, less than 10 kilograms per cube. Yeah, I need to find something to do with my carbon dioxide. I mean, I'm already evacuating as much as I possibly can from the area. We're pumping literally almost all of it up to here. Almost all of the natural gas is being completely removed from this area, which is quite nice. Means that I'm actually going to disable that building and disable that building as well. Sure. Yep, no reason to keep on doing that. The temperature of the carbon dioxide in this pipe is 34 degrees. It's going to be heated up quite substantially, and then it's going to be taken out. And I hope, slowly but surely, we're going to start to remove the heat from this room. It's going to take a while. I'm not naive about that fact, but at least we're doing it, right? That's the important thing. Okay. I mean, on the whole, though, this is looking good. This is looking really quite positive. Yeah, very, very happy about this. There's only a little bit of carbon dioxide in that room anyway, so that's cool. Great. Right. Still at max gas pressure over here. We're down to 7.4 kilograms. I'm still unhappy about it. There we go. Cue that up for deconstruction. Let's deconstruct that right over there. Perfect. Liquid element sensor. I'm going to deconstruct that. I'm going to deconstruct that. Sure. Oh, beautiful. Another molten larva egg. That is what I like to see. That is exactly what I like to see. That guarantees our future. Look at the amount of petroleum that we have at the moment. It is very small. Very, very small. I think what we need to do is we need to try and expand the area that we are currently using to store all of this gas. I don't think that there is any other way to do it. Okay, let's queue all of this up. Priority number 9. Let's get it all sorted. Let's also queue up this stuff to be dug out over here as well. There we go. The whole point of getting rid of this area is that we can use this area to store all of our carbon dioxide. Let's put in a couple of tiles right over there. Just with copper. That's totally fine. Copper's probably the nearest resource. Right. Should be relatively easy to fix. Absolutely. Great stuff. Let's get that deconstructed. And then we'll also deconstruct that tile as well. Not very much liquid remaining up here, but it's a little bit, and we can certainly fix it. Right, let's get that deconstructed as well. All right. We're still at max gas pressure. How? What is the maximum gas pressure that this thing can work at? It must be like 5 kilograms per block, right? It must be. It must be 5 kilograms per block. How are we doing oxygen-wise? Not good, actually. Not super good. Not super good at all. Might be worth turning the carbon skimmer back on. However, not super keen about that. How are we doing temperature-wise over here? The temperature has already chilled down from about 70. Now it's down to 60 degrees. That's perfect. The water over here is about 16 degrees too. That's grand. What do we want to get? Copper ore. I'll take some copper ore. I don't feel like I need to get more dupes at this moment in time. Everything is remarkably chill. Yeah, everything is cool. Also, someone has slime lung. Cray Penguin has slime lung. How did you get slime lung, Cray Penguin? By breathing in polluted oxygen? I don't think that there is that much polluted oxygen. I mean, there's a little bit of polluted oxygen. What's the germ overlay looking like? Germ overlay is looking pretty darn clean, to be honest. Yeah, not really sure why that's a problem, but hey-ho, it's not up to me. Right, let's get a priority number 9 ladder built over here. There we go. Priority 9 that as well. Looking good. Very, very good. Very happy about that. It still doesn't solve our problem long term. We still have far too much gas in this area, but it's something at least. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a temporary solution. Right, let's put you up to priority 9 as well. Nice. We're close to fixing this. That's another molten larva egg. I just felt like I needed to remark at how happy I am about that. Oh, look. Fantastic. We've managed to start producing some petroleum again. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I'm absolutely over the moon. What is this? Is that salt water? Insulated liquid pipe. Naphtha. What? What the heck is naphtha? Distilled hydrocarbon mixture produced from the burning of plastic. Okay, at the moment we're still going to be putting it out right over here. Doesn't really explain how we got it, though. Oh, the plastic melted. The plastic melted, didn't it? The plastic melted. It was above the melting. The plastic fell down into here, into this pot of oil, and it melted. I guarantee you that's what happened. Alright, well at least now we know. Zinzin is scalding up in the corner of the base. I mean, honestly, that's kind of to be expected. How the heck is there a Apache living in there? I'm gonna put you out of your misery, I'm afraid, buddy. I mean, that's not a very nice situation to be in. The fact that this area is so darned hot is a real problem, actually. Real problem. And something that I'm actually going to need to fix. Okay. Let's get... Yeah, let's just do this. I am super not thrilled about the fact that I have to do this. But I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it because it's the right thing to do. It's gonna let a metric ton... It's gonna let a metric ton of liquid into the top floor, if I just leave it like that. Yeah. It's gonna let a lot of liquid in. But that's, I think, the price that we have to pay. Yeah. Yeah, kill that Pachu. Get rid of him. Well, maybe there won't be too much liquid let through. But it'll certainly keep the heat at bay, which is quite important. Grumpage is having issues. Yep, surprise, surprise. It's in the top right-hand corner of the top left-hand corner of the base, which is not surprising. All right, we've taken the heat down to a very manageable level, which is grand. And now it's just a case of processing enough petroleum to keep our petroleum generators fully stocked with petroleum at all times, which is grand. Okay. Temperature should now start cooling down. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Little bit of overheat damage over here. That's cool. Who's this bed? Zinzin. I'm going to stick you in that bed right over there. And yeah, I think Grumpage, you're going to get this bed over here. There we go. So the 3 hottest beds are going to be abandoned, at least for now. Got very hot liquid on the floor, so let's try and get that swept up. Priority 9, please. Here we go. Turns out there is liquid everywhere. Right. Easy peasy. A couple of people got a little bit injured, but that's okay. We can fix that relatively easily. Okay. Oil well, let's queue that up. Priority 8 is probably a little bit too high, but that's fine. That's whatever. Building entombment. The other building that's entombed is up on the surface. Nice. All right, we're pumping carbon dioxide out of here, which is very good. 35 degrees Celsius. It's heating up nice and juicy. Nice and juicy. It's not taking on a super large amount of heat, but that is what it is. Each and every little bit will be doing its part, which is important. Nice. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Very happy about that. Okay, where is everyone? And why are they not working? Oh, look at this. We're done. Also, I'm going to get this bit of plastic swept away. Priority 8, as we need to not have it. What's going on here? Oil refinery is having a little overheating moment. Right, let's put that down to auto then. I have no idea why the oil refinery is so darned hot. I feel it just needs to chill out. It needs to cool down a little bit. Yeah, that's a bit irritating, actually. I mean, this area is quite hot, but this area is quite chill. I don't know. I don't know why this is a problem. Yeah, you're going to start to cool down in temperature. That's quite good. I mean, you are surrounded by carbon dioxide, but that is what it is. Also, I'm going to reconnect that, that bit of wall right there. As it turns out, we're producing quite a lot of natural gas, and I want to try and keep it within these 4 walls. And then I'm going to put that test back onto natural gas. Yeah, that might be a little bit silly, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? We'll see how it goes. We're not actually producing that much natural gas at the moment, but it's going to be enough to be... Yeah, as you can see, it's already infected this area. So, yeah, highly irritating stuff. Highly irritating stuff. It just rises to the top above all else, and it does so remarkably quickly. Right. What is the change in temperature actually doing? It's like 35 all the way up to about 50 or 60. 40, yeah, about 43. About 43 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so it is, as I say, it is a very, very, very slow process, but, whatever. We're going to get there eventually. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. This steam generator is still too hot. Do I have any great ideas to cool it down? Not particularly. Not particularly right now. Let's remove you. Cool. And we'll queue up another molten larva egg to be stored over here, because these guys are all cramped. As anticipated. 11 point something kilograms of the stuff. Man, oh man, this is good. This is really, really good. Okay. This should be a stable. This should be a separate stable. This is working really, really well. I'm very, very happy about this. This is all good news. We're still venting a couple of the incorrect resources, but that's fine. What I want to do is take... What do I need to do? I need to connect, yeah, this into here. Yep. And disconnect that bit of pipe right there. And then we're going to test for petroleum. Petroleum is right in there. Perfect. And then the other resources should just be vacated over here. Grand. It's literally that simple. Okay, I'm going to revert this to carbon dioxide because we clearly do not have enough pumps pumping out resources from this room. As much as I wish it could be true, it's just not, unfortunately. Yeah, we're gonna have to do more. We're gonna have to do more to get the resources out of this room as quickly as we possibly can. But that's okay. That's fine. Natural gas should be contained now. It should just all float to the top. Whether it happens quickly, whether it happens slowly, it doesn't actually matter. It should all be fine. Okay, so we should be testing for petroleum. We should be testing for oil. What have we got coming in here? We got a little bit of petroleum. Yep, 300 and something grams of petroleum. That is great. That is absolutely fantastic. A second molten larva egg. That's grand. I would like to stick in a sensor here. Liquid pipe element sensor. Liquid pipe thermosensor. No, can I just get a liquid pipe sensor? Is that even possible? Liquid element sensor. Is that liquid pipe element sensor? When the selected liquid is detected within a pipe. No, I just want... If there is liquid on this tile, then hydrosensor. Liquid pressure enters the selected range. No. No, I don't want that. I literally just want a... I literally just want I literally just want a tiny little bit. A tiny little bit. Okay, atmo sensor. No, gas. Okay, you know what? Let's maybe try with a hydro sensor. Maybe see if that works. That might be what I'm trying to do. We'll give it a shot. See if it's the thing that I need. If not, whatever. Okay. This is great. This is going well, though. We're getting a little bit of petroleum. Our petroleum is starting to creep back up ever so slowly. At least for now, our oil production is semi-sustainable. It's not perfect, but it's not half bad. Right. Let's prioritize this. 122 kilograms of natural gas in either of those, in both of those tiles. Wowzers. That is fantastic. I'm gonna get that right over there, and this right over here. Nice. And that right in there. Insufficient oxygen generation. We should have sufficient oxygen generation now, because it should be going through the system appropriately. Yep, it should be being processed as I would like it to be. Yeah, okay, so oxygen should be fine. I mean, water should be fine as well for now. It's going to take a little while for us to get back to our point of being ridiculously positive in terms of power, but I mean, that's okay. Can just about manage to deal with that. Petroleum is looking good. All right, everything is looking up. Everything is looking up. I feel that we just sort of, we go from dodgy situation to dodgy situation, but I think at the moment, actually, everything is looking fine. Right, I'm going to make this room slightly larger. Originally, I did think that I was going to set this up to be like this, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't want to make the room just a smidgen larger. But that's not a problem. Anyway, with 2 molten lava thingies, we should be totally fine to keep production of petroleum supplemented with our own homegrown organic petroleum. That's quite fun. There we go. Priority 9. This is all priority 9. That's good stuff. What have we got on offer? Aha, some muckroot. I'll take some muckroot. Not a half bad deal, I must say. Alright. Good stuff. And then let's set this up to be deconstructed. Deconstruct. There we go. And is that unreachable? That is supposedly unreachable. Well, I can fix that, I think. If I just remove those 2 blocks. And then that will be our problem sorted. Great. Okay, hydro sensor, if above, if above, like, I don't know, 1 kilogram, like, I don't know, 5 kilograms? Sure, if it's above 5 kilograms of water pressure, then we'll do it. That makes sense, right? Oh, hold on, it does start to work. Hold on, try 500 kilograms again then. Sure, try 500 kilograms. We'll sort of just, we'll go with the flow. We'll go with the flow as and when we need to. Right, what's it at now? 0.8 kilograms. 1.1 kilograms. 500 kilograms is total overkill, but that's okay. We'll leave it like that for now. You've got starvation. We've got 27,000 fried mushrooms. That's not an exaggeration. We've got a heck of a lot of fried mushrooms. Also, how on earth has there been a flood down here? Don't answer that. I know exactly how it was caused. It was caused by me wanting to fix the issues that we were having up top. Although, it actually looks like all of the problems up top have been mostly fixed. Critter starvation. The Puffs have had a tough gig recently. The Puffs really have had a tough gig. The patches, however, the patches have been breeding like crazy, so I guess that's something, right? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Am I pumping natural gas into this room? I think I might be pumping a little bit of natural gas into this room. There is a little bit of natural gas coming out the top. But am I pumping any natural gas out with this pump? That is a smidgen worrying, actually. Yeah, I am pumping a little bit of natural gas out of that there area. That's not so good. Okay, I'm gonna need to stick in a test of some sort. Unless I just straight up deconstruct that gas pump and move it down to the very bottom. I mean, under no circumstances, I think, would a... I mean, what if I just put it down under here? I mean, yeah, that might actually work. If I was to remove this polymer press and just stick into carbon dioxide pumps over here. Yeah, that might work. Although I kind of like the polymer press just being there. I'm just sort of thinking because this would be a sort of free way of getting what we want. Right, yeah, let's roll with that. Let's put that down there. Let's put a bunch of mesh tiles in right over here. Perfect. Let's get you deconstructed. There we go. And then let's get insulated gas pipe to come along here. Grand. Bump you up to priority 9, as I'm very, very keen to not pump natural gas into this here room. Okay. 5 kilograms of pressure. Yeah, you know what? Let's change it. Let's change it down. Let's change it down to, I don't know, like 50. That way, you know, we can just, you know, just test how much rather than actually testing for a specific element, because this is going to be, you know, or a specific liquid, because we're going to have quite a lot of liquid types in this little area. So that's cool. All right, this is looking good. It's looking good. Quite happy. Can confirm. Very, very happy with what we've got going on here. Yeah. Looking good. Okay, are we just about cleaned up within the base? Not really. We could do with a little bit of another sweep up, another mop up. There we go, mopped up over there, mopped up over there. But apart from that, it all looks fine. Yep, that's pretty darn nice. All right, here we go. Let's plumb it all. Let's plumb it all in. What are you on? You're on that network. Okay, so that's irritating. Irritating as anything. Okay, I mean, what we could do is connect... okay, I've got it. We'll connect it up to this network over here. And that way we won't have any issues. Yeah, perfect. All right, grand. That's all appropriately prioritized at priority number 9. This is a ridiculous hodgepodge of networks and pipes and gas pipes, but you know, you've got to respect it. It looks quite nice, and it was handcrafted, which is the most important thing. Gas pump, no wire connected. Is it possible for us to make that wire? Indeed, it is. Now we don't have any power. Uh-oh. 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 Says 1,000 watts is the max draw. Oh, you know what I've completely not appreciated is that we've got that 240 watts being drawn from down there, and then okay. Yikes! 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 Deconstruct that wire bridge. Deconstruct that right now, please. Yeah, we can't have that. We're gonna need to instead upgrade some wire. That's cool. Okay. Get this wire upgraded. This wire upgraded. Grand. And come across here. Down there. Come across here, over there. Perfect. And then, you know what? This is a good opportunity to clean up a bunch of wire that we don't actually need. Okay. That's cool. Get that all done, and get that all done as well. Okay, I mean, that doesn't really seem like a very simple task, but once it's done, we should be fine. Right, I'm gonna do something very naughty here. Just gonna prioritize all of that as priority number 9. Is that unreachable? Supposedly not. Alright, that looks good. That looks good. If we can make it work, then it'll all work just fine. Cool. Alright, how are we doing up top? How are we doing up on the surface? Are we still pumping out the resources that we need to see pumped out? The steam has fallen below. The steam has fallen below the temperature at which things work. Very irritating. I mean, up on the surface, things are looking good, except temperature-wise, we just are not managing here. There's a tiny, tiny amount of oxygen, and it is ridiculously hot. I mean, I could start pumping in just like cold gases. I mean, I don't think it actually matters if it would be. Why don't I just stick a vent on here, like a high pressure gas vent? Yeah, why don't I stick a high pressure gas vent right in over here? Let's give it a shot, right? I mean, we'd be cooling down. We'd actually be introducing some more gases to the area, which would be good. Although, in saying that, if we actually introduce more gases to the area, then that means that we're going to have to work harder to cool them down, which I don't think I actually want to do. Yeah, I'm going to need to cool stuff down on the surface. We're just not doing a good enough job at that at the moment. It's yeah, straight up just not good enough. Straight up just not good enough. Alright, the good news is, the very, very good news is that this area is working absolutely fantastically to pump carbon dioxide out. To pump carbon dioxide out of this room. And it's doing so in a way that means that we don't interrupt with the natural gas flow. Or the natural gas sort of rising to the top and making everything work. Right, so let's test for natural gas over there, which is really the test that we originally wanted to apply. Okay. Good, 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 good. You know, we're not really getting enough natural gas, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Right, disable auto repair on that. Okay, I'm gonna activate the carbon skimmer for a little bit. I need to remove a little bit of carbon from the area, from the carbon dioxide from the air. We need to bring the oxygen level down to an appropriate level. And at the moment, it's just not working. 27 degrees Celsius. Yeah, what are we testing for at the moment? We're testing for below 27. Right, let me test for above 27 just for a little bit. We'll get some of that oxygen out. There we go. Clean it on up. And then now we'll test for below again. Nice. Right, so we should be skimming a little bit of carbon from the air, which means that we can just get that wee bit more polluted water, which is quite nice. It's basically free. I mean, we've been growing these bristle blossoms for what feels like forever, and I very, very much doubt that we're ever going to be able to get the temperature back down to where we need to be able to grow them. But, you know what? We'll try. You never know. One of these days we might succeed. Okay, we are getting a little bit of overheat damage from the oil refineries, but that's fine. Petroleum is looking good. Our oil reserves, however, are not looking so good. Could definitely do with getting a heck of a lot more oil. Yeah, now that we're actually using this stuff, it's not ideal. It's not ideal, and that's even with the oil well working at pretty much full tilt. Right. That ain't great. That ain't fantastic. Not very happy about that. That's okay, though. Molten lead. Man, I'd love to be able to do something with that molten lead. And you know what? We might even be able to do something with that in the future. But I don't think there's anything specific that we need molten lead, or, you know, even just regular lead. I don't think we need regular lead for anything super specific. Right. What's the temperature, the pressure over here? Quite a lot. I mean, we've got 11 kilograms, 12 kilograms of crude oil over here. A little bit of petroleum, it looks like. Yeah, 300 grams of petroleum. A little bit of naphtha as well, sort of floating along the top in some cases. Yeah, I don't actually know if there's anything that we can do with naphtha, but hey-ho, I guess it's nice to have. It's an extra resource. We're up to 4,000 grams of pressure. Right, that's a little bit too high, I think. Or it's edging up, which is what the problem is. Okay. When are you turning back on? 33 cycles? Oh boy. Oh boy. Right, stick that in. Also, you know what we could do? We could totally get some plastic ladders just in the center of the base. That would be pretty darn good to do. Right, get some mirth leaf seeds. Sure. Yeah, a little bit of polluted oxygen over here. Ain't the greatest. But that's alright. And we're going to continue just making a whole bunch of crude oil, a whole bunch of natural gas. Oh boy, oh boy. Very, very happy with this. This is looking good. I'm pretty darn happy about it. I'm pretty darn happy about it. We've now got a sustainable amount of slicksters. I say it's a sustainable amount. It's not quite yet a sustainable amount. But we're getting there. I also want to introduce a new... What are you? You're up to 87%, and there's a 73% chance that you're gonna give me a molten larva egg. Right, hold up. This is an adult molten slickster. And you're heading up for... Wow, okay, great. Everyone is gonna be molten slicksters, which is great. Because I don't think crude oil is... I mean, petroleum is better than crude oil in pretty much every way, right? Sure, let's test for 16 kilograms. I'm gonna just pump out a little bit. I want to see what we've got in the pipes. Okay, 6 kilograms of crude oil, another kilogram of petroleum, and about another kilogram of naphtha. So at the moment, everything should just be moved up, sorted, and then dispensed with. Perfect. All right. That works quite well. I can't really complain about that. It's very, very good, in fact. Very, very good. How's the temperature of the water looking? Oh, the temperature of the water is looking absolutely fine. It's cooled down to a very, very respectable 35 in the hottest part, which is totally okay. This is looking good. This is looking fine. This is looking a-okay. Man, I'm almost embarrassed in a sense. I need to make this area work a heck of a lot better than it currently is. But it's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know. How do we cool this? I don't even know how we're going to cool this telescope down further than what we can. I mean, can I get some wheezeworts up here? Maybe that's something that I do. I don't know if wheezeworts are even going to make the slightest bit of difference. Obstructed by back wall? Really? Do you need to... Alright. Apparently we can't do that. Can we put it in a planter box? I don't know if you can actually plant wheezeworts in planter boxes. I guess we'll find out in just a second, right? But that's cool. What else have we got to do? Unreachable food. Ah, I see. There we go. Problem solved. Alright. It's all looking up. I don't understand how this phosphorus is still solid phosphorus. I mean, I think it should be less than solid phosphorus, but that's okay. It should be liquid phosphorus. It's a price that I'm willing to pay. This is all looking fine. Steam generation, I mean, oh boy, oh boy. I want to make this work, but it's just going to be a massive, massive pain in order to make that happen. I'm not sure that I want to. Molten larva egg. Oh boy, this is what I'm after. And we got another one. Oh my goodness, this is great. This is fantastic. Well, what can I say? I'm delighted. I'm over the moon. We're sorting our petroleum. We're sorting our crude oil production. These guys are on crude oil. These guys are on petroleum. Maybe we even set up like another sort of lower down block. Yeah, you know what? It might not be the craziest thing in the world to think about. And as long as we can keep on making petroleum, then I think we're going to be totally fine. The problem is that we need more than what we've currently got. We need more than what we've currently got. We need more stuff over here to power all of our... Yeah, cold damage. Yeah, you're getting cold damage. That's a bit of a problem. We need more water over here. Yeah, we need more cool water. We need more cool water coming in, and that is not going to happen by itself. We're going to need to work on that. But, folks, we're going to need to work on it in the next episode, because that is the end of this one. Thank you very, very much for watching this episode of Orbital Potato Plays Oxygen Not Included. It's most appreciated. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you're enjoying. We're gonna, in the next episode, I don't even know what we're gonna do in the next episode. Probably try and focus on space a little bit more. See what we can do. Maybe build a rocket ship or something. I don't know. Let me know what you think we should do. Let me know if you've got any tips in the comments down below. I'd be very, very grateful to hear what you've got to say. Alright, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.